Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we have a Montana match. Now, I'm a little bit limited on time. This is supposed to be out in an hour, so I have a match to show you. Didn't mean to put out another Montana video. This happens to be a shorter one, so it works out really well for today. Now, as you saw, 46 matches or 40 matches in the ship. I haven't really played it a whole lot. I know for you guys that have been around the channel, I currently, in them 40 matches, I definitely have the damage and the XP world record. No, they weren't on the same game. They were separate ones. Honestly, I didn't even know I had the damage record for a couple of weeks till someone pointed it out to me. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and show you how to be aggressive without being dumb in this game and how to help teammates out at the same time. So even though maybe your teammates don't want you, or, may not be the best. In fact, on this side, you're going to see probably not the world's greatest teammate here in our Velos push up, and he's just going to hide behind an island. Now, in a destroyer, if you do that, that's not super helpful for your team, right? So you're going to see me here in a second get in chat. I see what he's doing. He's literally just hiding behind the mountain as he drives up so he don't get spotted, which he's in a destroyer. He shouldn't have to worry about that. He must be a new player when you get these campaign type ships like these. Like I've talked about before, you have to be careful who's in them because a lot of times not the world's best players in the campaign ships. Now, occasionally you do run across great players in them, but like for example, I see a Jaeger or a Schroeder. A lot of times, like ships like that have been campaigns recently. I understand I probably might not get the best play out of them. So you see, he smokes up. He's sitting behind the island. I clearly know what's going to happen here, and you're going to see me make a turn in the second I feel like I'm good. You see me turn in. I'm not spotted. I don't shoot my guns to get myself spotted. And I'm trying to let that guy know. I went to chat and let him know you got to get out from behind that mountain. That isn't going to help you in any way. But I don't think he was in chat because clearly he's not going to hear that. But anyway, we're going to push up. Why are we going to push up? Well, I play not in divisions at all. So I'm playing divisions. So I'm used to spotting with my face, particularly in this ship. You guys see I average 1.4 million potential damage against me. One thing I excel at very well is taking enemy fire away from teammates or adjusting to teammates. That's what I always preach. Adjust to your teammates. Don't just complain about them and say they're bad. If you can kind of help them out. So I know we're in a bad spot without a destroyer. I know there's a destroyer in the middle of the cap, or in the middle cap, obviously, or in the other side of the map, and then he was last spotted in the B cap as well. So we're going to go ahead and push up, right? I'm going to be aware of that over there, though, because at some point you got to think he's going to try to get the A cap. So we're going to keep moving up. We're going to slow down once in a while to make sure there ain't torps heading our way. And as you can see, there are battleships behind me. So they've been behind the islands, you can see, for the most part. I want to make sure I'm spotting for them. And, they'll naturally move up on their own once they figure out we have the advantage and these guys start to back up a little bit. And we're going to take some decent shots. As you see, I don't just aim waterline, I go up a little bit. That's something I highly recommend on American ships. Because a lot of times they plunge so much that you're going to get better results from plunging fire over the side plating or the deck, or into the side plating, that thinner armor, than just trying to hit the belt with American battleships. They're a little bit floatier. Now, you're going to see here the Alaska, and you can see I aim at the water line a little bit because he's moving straight forward. I lead him a little bit, and he's closer. So within 13 kilometers, I will aim a water line, as you can see. I get the rare Citadel on Alaska. That can be a tough ship to Citadel. But you can see we're pushing up now, trying to spot. We have all three battleships now are currently behind an island, so I'm doing the spotting for them. And we're going to try to get rid of this Alaska. Why am I shooting the Alaska? Not only is it the only thing I can see, but I can assure you, if you're in a battleship, your first target should be radar cruisers if you can to help your team. Alright, so if he goes in and then tries to hunt down another destroyer, we gotta get rid of him. Obviously, I couldn't save the first destroyer because I couldn't see what was there, but you can see where I'm asking for help because now we obviously saw that the A-cap was getting captured, and I like hunting down destroyers. Killing destroyers is probably my favorite thing in the game to do besides win a match. So we're going to push up. And you see, I'm not putting out my fire. This is another smart thing. Why would I not put out a double fire? Well, there could be torpedoes heading my way. And it turns out they were heading that way. And now I don't have to use my heal anyway. But we're going to go, or our fire control, our damage control. So we're going to go ahead and just heal that back up. This thing has great heals. I'm good at taking damage in this and surviving. I mean, I average 1.4 million damage against me, potential damage, and I survive 50% of the time. That's saying a lot. And that's not like I play this ship all the time. I only have 40 matches in it. I know people that will, like for example, there's people that play Louisiana. Like it comes out, it's completely, one of the easiest ships to play, and they'll play hundreds of games in it. That's... Like for me, I probably, after I set the XP record and the damage record in this, probably not going to play Montana for a little bit because I need to get better at other ships and use tech tree ships, obviously. I got some tech trees at tier 8 I need to finish up. Probably what I'll focus on most and make tech tree guides. But anyway, we are spotting here with our face and we're doing a good job. Now, you can see I'm going right through the cap. Why am I doing that? I do not have to worry now, right? We got that destroyer to back up, and we're going to take a shot here at BA Montana, and we're going to get robbed. That is gross dispersion there. They all just fell right short. That should have been a depth strike. But anyway, we're going to back up. We only got one kill in this game. Had a little bit of a slow start. Decent damage, I guess, output. And we've got our side with the cap. So we didn't get the cap, but we're the reason we got the cap. You know, I didn't necessarily get the capture myself, but if I don't push up, we don't obviously get that cap. And so we're going to continue to move up, even though that the other Montana's pretty healthy. We're going to try to whittle him down. We're going to get rid of Carl at the same time. Also, guys, if you are sitting behind mountains complaining about teammates, you might want to do something about it. I don't play in division, so I have to spot for myself a lot of times, but people will complain. They'll do, oh, I did 300 K damage or 250K damage. And then you find out they were sitting behind a mountain the whole match. And not really helping their team, maybe in a battleship or something where they could be spotting and helping as well. Spotting is a thing in battleships. I done it for this entire side over here. You can spot. I've stayed alive. In fact, I'm not even sitting bad for health, being the only thing basically people have been able to shoot at over here for a while. And we're going to go ahead and keep pushing up. And we're going to keep shooting superstructure. Again, superstructure is the way to go if you can't get some decent damage on the side. Going through the belt or through the deck. I talk about it a lot, but the British battleships, some of the British ones, obviously American and Germans as well, you can kind of farm their superstructure. And we do see that we've changed the tide. We're now winning this match, and we're going to focus on taking the GKs. You can see I knew he was coming and was already fully turned out when he shot, so he's not going to get a whole lot of damage on me from that. And we're going to now angle to him, so that is going to be a little bit beneficial. So, and also I know we do have some help. We're winning the match right now. I don't have to charge in. I am spotting that one battleship right now currently, so there's no reason for me to go charging in right now. There still is a destroyer behind me that we want to stay kind of close to help get rid of, is we do go ahead and finish off GK. Honestly, I know you guys hear me say it a lot, but adjusting the teammates is the most important thing in the entire game. Sure, you can be a good player or think you're a good player, but if you're not adjusting to your team, as we get a Kraken, which I didn't even know at the time, And as you see, we're going to take a shot at a destroyer because every match you'll pretty much see me go after a cap or a destroyer, which I did both in this one, is we do get the final kill. But adjusting to teammates is huge, and being aggressive without being over aggressive. That's the two things in this game I think are most important. You know, and playing all ships, that's also a big one. Or at least being aware of how all ships play. But like I said, 6 kills, 300 XP. We helped our team immensely in this game, and had a wonderful game anytime you do that. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time, folks. Have a good one.